So my name is Sir Arthur Eddington. In 1919, myself and Frank Watson Dyson put together two expeditions to observe a solar eclipse. So, funny story, I was a secretary of the Royal Astronomical Society, which is a pretty big deal, and got some letters regarding a guy named Einstein and his theory of general relativity. Now, I know what you're thinking. We're at war with Germany. Why would you deal with a German physicist? Well, get off your high horse. Good science is good science. Anyway, the goal of these expeditions was to perform an empirical test of his theory through the measurement of the deflection of light by the sun's gravitational field, which can only be done during an eclipse. These measurements were accomplished by taking pictures of the stars around the sun during the eclipse, which allowed us to view the light rays passing by the sun in order to determine whether the gravitational field curved the passing rays or not. This ended up working to my advantage, though, because it exempted me from having to enter military service due to my work being in the national interest. And, being a conscientious objector, fighting in World War I was not one of my goals. So this experiment took place in multiple areas just to make sure that we were able to get good data from it. Took place in Principe, which is an island off the coast of Africa, and also in Sobal. So there are some other significant events happening around this time. It's a good question. We just got out of the war to end all wars, which, it's a huge relief to know that Germany will never threaten the peace and stability of the world again. I've also heard that racial segregation is pretty big over in America, so I don't know what they're doing over there. There were some other people involved in the project. Albert Einstein was tangentially related just because, this was his theory that we were testing out. Other than that, it was myself, Frank Dyson, and some various assistants that we had help us with the work. My role throughout this was essentially the experimental design and analysis of the data that we got. So taking the photograph, utilizing the images of the light near the sun, and just making the determination of the accuracy of the theory of general relativity. So this had a pretty big impact in the physics community because we were able to use this to semi-qualitatively prove Einstein's theory of relativity based on the images that we got. There were some scientists over who were doing this experiment in Sobral, Brazil, and they disagreed about the validity of the claims because with their data and imaging, it appeared to support a more Newtonian model of physics. Luckily, though, my experiment was recreated in 1979 with better equipment, and it basically proved that I was right, and it proved that Einsteinian model over the Newtonian model. Okay, so as far as awards, I've earned quite a few awards for my scientific contributions. This is a small list of them, but not fully inclusive. I have earned the Smith's Prize, the Bruce Medal of Astronomical Society of the Pacific, the Henry Draper Medal, Gold Medal of the Royal Astronomical Society, the Royal Medal of the Royal Society, an Order of Merit, and I was knighted. So not too bad for a conscientious objector who just want to take some pictures of an eclipse. So thanks for your time.